Hi, I'm Alana,
Hi, I'm Sarah. Welcome to Pinch of English, Dash of Morocco.
the official podcast of the American Language Center.
Today we're going to talk about shopping.
Yes, shopping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So for some people, shopping is like a therapy. Whenever they feel like down, they're not in the mood, they go shopping.
Yeah.
For other people, they don't like it that much. It's like a nightmare for them.
Stressful.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
stressful. There is also an extreme level, the ones who are addicted to shopping, and they can't really control themselves when they see stuff. So if we start with, how do you feel about shopping? Which category are you?
I like shopping. I'm not a shopaholic. I can control my impulse to buy things, but I do enjoy it. And for me, it's like a way to de-stress. It's like, life is hard. Let's look at something pretty. Or too much going on. I just need to like do something, like for me, that's relaxing. What about you? How do you feel about it?
Sometimes I do have this, like, I buy stuff that I don't need.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, at first I feel good. Oh, it's like it does like play with my mood and I'm happy and all that. And then when I think, oh, I really don't use this and I don't need this, and then I regret it. So it's not really that yeah.
Great. So it's ups and downs.
Yes. If I buy something that I'll need eventually, it's okay. It's fine. Yeah. But I do feel guilty when I do buy stuff, and then I don't feel that at the moment. I mean, it's always after. Yeah. Always it's after. So I feel that guilt of, why did I do that? I mean, I don't really need it. So why did I get from, buying this product or this, shirt or whatever. So sometimes I can control myself. Sometimes I don't. And as you said, sometimes I use it as like I need to distress. I need to, we have so much going on. It's like a way to, I don't know. It does help.
It's like, they call it shopping therapy.
Yes, they say that. Yeah. So it does help. But after it's like, it's the opposite.
It's a down. it's a down. Yeah, I mean, I definitely do that. Especially when I think like I'll see something like, oh, I could use that. And then like, no, it's just, you never use it. And it's not, it just sits around.
And I don't know why those ideas don't come up like when I'm buying it. Like when I'm buying it, I don't think about that. It's usually after. I don't know where it goes.
I think for me, like, I just think I have higher expectations for myself. I'm like, oh yeah, I could definitely learn how to sew or, like do this project or garden. Like I like buying plants and I'm like, oh, and then I buy a pot. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll put this plant in the pot. And then it'll be like years like that it's still in the original plastic pot. And then I have an empty pot, so I just need to. So I think for me, I just overestimate my motivation to actually go through. Like it feels good to buy it and like plan it out in my head, but then when it actually comes to like putting aside the time to do the project, I don't. So
the reality is totally different.
So I definitely, I do have buyer's remorse, not necessarily over the object, just over not using it.
Yes.
Like, it's not like the object's bad. It's just I didn't do what I thought I would do with it.
Exactly. So. That's exactly how I feel. It's because I didn't use it. So why did I buy it at the first place? So I shouldn't. So that's the feeling actually.
So what do you do with the things you don't buy? Do you have them sitting around, or do you manage to give them away, or?
So the things I buy and I don't use.
Yeah, like clothes or whatever.
I mean, for clothes, I give.
Okay.
Because I can't really have a lot of stuff and I'm not using them and I'm not wearing them.
Yeah.
So definitely I give to people who are in need or people that I know. So for clothes, they're recycled. So other people will use them. So that's okay. For what else? I have a problem with buying perfumes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, now I'm like taking a decision that I'm not buying like for like 2 or 3 months. I need to finish what I have.
Okay, just months. Okay.
I mean, I need to finish what I have
I'm there
first.
Too. Yeah.
So because whenever I like a smell like good perfume, I need this one. I need to add it to my collection. I need to do this. I need to do that. Yeah. And it's not really that important, So I can obviously live without it. So I need to. I'm working on that. So I'm taking a decision. No perfumes for now. Because it's starting to be like a problem. Like getting everything it smells good, then I'll end up
and you don't have time to use them all.
Yes,
that's what I
exactly. And then you have a lot of bottles with not really that used, and why? So no, this is not a good deal.
I'm kind of there, like just being like, I have to use this one up first before it
opening
goes
the other,
or just like really using my other ones.
Okay, good.
Not opening, but like I'll buy one. I'm like, oh, I love it. I want to use it a lot. But then I'll look at my older ones and be like, I should probably use that one before I really do this one too much. Yeah. So I'm trying. Like I have one I picked out that's like this much left, and then like I'm going to try to use in the next 2 months. I'm going to try just get that out of the way, because then you end up with a lot of bottles. And then you kind of get less excited as time goes by.
Yes.
Goes by. So yeah, it's like use the older ones first before I really get into the newer ones.
So what do you do with the stuff that you buy and you don't use?
Yeah, I tend to like keep it because I'm like, well, I bought this, I liked it, but I'm not using it, but I want it to go to someone who will appreciate it too. So then I or I want it to go to someone who really needs it, or so I tend to keep things too long. And then I'll do like a giveaway bag and put things in the bag, and I don't really know who to give it to, so I just have it in my house. So I have a lot of those bags. So yeah, I need to get rid of I do give things away, but I keep them too long.
Are you like attached to them or
not
no?
attached? I just overthink it and be like, who do I give this to? Who would wear this stuff? And I just need to give it because I know like a lot of people, if they won't wear it, they can find someone they would know. So I need to do a good cleaning this soon. In the next few months. Over the summer, I think I'll do a good cleaning. Clean things out.
Okay.
So where do you shop? Let's start with where do you shop? In Morocco, what does shopping look like?
I shop online. I shop in the souk. So because here in Agadir we have the big souk al-Had.
Yeah.
So it has everything from new stuff to secondhand stuff to bazaars to, you have a variety of stuff. So it's really the biggest and the largest souk, I think, in Morocco, if I'm not mistaken. So so online souk, boutiques.
Okay.
Yeah, because there are a lot of boutiques opening. So I also go to boutiques. And sometimes also I buy like secondhand stuff.
Okay.
So also because it's you don't waste money, and also you care about the environment, and there's a lot of aspects about that.
Yeah.
So those are the main things. So online, souk, boutiques.
Okay, cool.
And online, it's sometimes I order from like Moroccan websites and stuff.
Oh, nice.
And also Shein. I guess everybody does.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And so those are the
Yeah.
And for you?
Well, I live in Morocco, but I'll start talking about the US, like the shopping. The mall is great. So, we have the big malls, and so you'll have smaller like boutiques, usually by brand. So brands like Aeropostale, American Eagle, who make their own clothes and sell just their clothes, and Gap and stuff like that. But then you also have big stores called department stores, and those have been around forever. And some common ones are Macy's, Dillard's, JCPenney. There's these big stores, And they have like a women's department, a men's department, a kids department, often like jewelry and then perfume, shoe department, often a home department where they sell things for the home.
Yeah.
And they sell lots of different brands. So it's not just, they don't make their own clothes. They get different companies, clothes from different companies. And those are nice because it can be a one-stop shop. You just go in and you get a lot of different choices, a lot of different styles for the whole family. So as a kid, when I was growing up, we would like a popular time to go shopping for families with kids is before school starts, before the school year.
Yeah.
So, and we would usually do that at department stores. So back to school, and they often have sales for back to school. And, you know, my parents would be like, okay, we'll get you this many new outfits for the new school year and try to plan, you know, some new clothes for the school year. And then we have the boutiques. And I mean, the mall is just really, it's nice. It's, since I'm from Arizona, it's hot. It's all air conditioned inside. So it's just a very comfortable shopping experience. I used to work, summers at a boutique in the malls, so I spent a lot of time in malls. And then also as kids, not kids, but like in middle school, like 13, 14, 15 years old, it was a place where kids can kind of go without their parents. So you get a group of friends and go walk around the mall. You don't necessarily have to spend a lot of money. It's just like a safe place to hang out. They have security. You aren't on the street. You won't get hit by a car. So that was also just a thing to do growing up. So malls, I think in America are just really part of the culture. Like where I'm from, it's a medium-sized city. It's kind of like Agadir. And we had 4 or 5 malls. Here
in Agadir, we don't have, unfortunately, a mall. I mean, I don't know if you count Adrar as a mall. Like...
the Sarra Park?
Sarra Park. That's like a mini one.
Yeah, it's a mini one.
Yeah. And then we have boutiques at the marina. That's also not a mall.
So it's like a shopping center.
Yeah. And then, of course, there are malls in Casa, the Morocco Mall. In Marrakesh, there are like 3 different malls. So and also in Rabat, there are like Rabat Center. So we have malls in different cities, but unfortunately not in Agadir. I mean, we're starting with the Sarra Park, and
I think Agadir just has really nice weather, so you don't necessarily have to keep everything close.
Yes.
And the souk, so it's like
of course, and the souk. As I said, it's the largest souk, so it has everything you need.
It's hard to compete.
With the souk. And it's very big. I mean, I don't think someone can like finish it in like one day, like to see everything and discover everything, and because it has everything.
It's exhausting. I like going, but I have to be in the mood. I have to mentally prepare myself. Yes. And I never get everything I want. Like I never have that much time to just
it's really big. And then it has
it's nice.
It has good deals too. If you compare it to boutiques and stuff, it has really good deals.
And you can go to different shops because you have like lots of little shops. So if you find something in one shop and you don't like the price, you can see if you can find it
like
cheaper.
Boutiques next to each other. And then a lot of them, and you have a lot of choices, a lot of variety. So that's like the advantage of the souk. And also you can ask for like a lower price, and you cannot do that in boutiques.
No.
So that's the main thing about the souk.
I think Agadir, again, like it doesn't really need a mall because I think you have the souk. So
I mean, also the Sarra Park is not really bad. I mean, it has like a bunch of boutiques. And it's different. So as a start, it's good.
No, it's really because especially before they opened that, there weren't a lot of kids' clothing shops. I really struggled to find clothes for my kids here. And then now they have several shops that sell kids' clothes, so kids' departments. So that really worked out. I don't feel as desperate to go to another city to buy the kids' clothes anymore.
Because usually people used to go to Marrakesh to buy because they had malls and stuff. But with the Sela Park, things have changed, and you can find what you need here.
It's much easier.
Yeah, and also the souk and everything. And it depends on people, what they prefer, their budget. So if you're a fan of the souk, you can go to the souk. If you like boutiques, you can go to the boutiques. So it depends actually on, from a person to another.
Yeah. Some people definitely prefer the souk. Some people don't feel as comfortable with the souk. Yeah, it depends.
Sometimes I love the souk experience. Because it's not the same, but it as you said, you need to be prepared for it. It needs preparation.
Yeah, you really have to plan and just energy.
Energy, and especially the energy, because you just, there are a lot of people and you keep talking to this and this, so you need to have that energy, and you need to be prepared that you'll be open socially, you know?
It's not just take something off a shelf, put it in a cart, and then go pay for it.
No, the same. That's not the same.
Yeah, each purchase is special. So I was going to say, but besides malls in the US, we have what we call big box stores. So it's like Marchand. It's like Marchand. So they call it big box because essentially people say they're ugly because it's just a big square or rectangle, and they're big, so they're huge. So again, Marchand, think Marchand, and like Marchand, they have different departments. Marchand's more food focused. These stores often don't have as much food. So famous one is Target. People really like Target. You see moms on social media just like it's all about Target. And I like Target too. I liked it before it was as trendy. Like in high school, I thought it was fun to go to. And they have clothes. Usually the clothes are actually cheaper than the clothes at malls. They have like school supplies, they have shoes, they have lots of house stuff, they have toys. So they have kind of like a little bit of everything. And that, like, when I went to buy my school stuff, like backpack and notebooks and pencils and everything for school as a kid, we would go to Target. So they have a garden center with plants. So that one's a fun one. There's also Walmart, which I and a lot of people I know don't like to shop at because they're famous for not paying their employees enough. Their politics are also not great. They sell guns, which I'm against.
Inside of the shop?
Inside Walmart. Some Walmarts. I don't know if I've actually seen a Walmart with guns, but it's famous they do sell guns. So America. They're also, as a corporation, they're just famous for having bad politics, and then again not treating their employees well, and the owners are some of the richest people in the country, if not the world. They're up there. So again, like, and people usually say Walmart is not as nice, it's not trendy. Well, Target is, so people are kind of choose. And there's some other stores, Kmart, there's other big box stores. But one thing about the US and shopping is they have a lot of discount stores. So they will have malls, entire malls that are outlet malls. So again, you have brands like Guess and Gap and Nike and whatever, but it's like the factory store. And they'll have a whole mall made of these stores. And usually they're kind of outside of town because they're the cheaper ones. So you have to, for example, where I'm from in Arizona, we'd have to drive like an hour to go to one of these. But you would get really good deals. So that's outlet
So it's
malls.
the real and the original Guess and stuff, but with the lower price, if I understand well?
Yeah, so it's it's discounts cheaper. So it's a lower price, but the original brand. And so some clothes, I think the company actually makes just to sell at their outlet store. So it might not be as nice choices, or I don't know how much of it they actually just couldn't sell at the original store, so they brought it to the outlet store. But I do know some actually make cheaper clothes and sell them
Yeah, that's
cheaper.
good.
Yeah, no,
that's
it's
good. I
really
mean,
nice.
if they're the original ones, and it's not really fake, and
no, they're
and then
original.
and then you get them with a good price and a good deal. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, and even like luxury medium brands, like name designer brands, they have these stores.
Yeah.
So
I don't think we have this in Morocco.
I know they have things called factory stores, but I think they're often not real. Like
I mean, it's not the original ones. I mean, yes, they're I mean, it's similar, but that's why I ask, are they the original ones?
It's original.
Oh, no. So I don't think we have this in Morocco.
No,
I don't think so.
Example, like one, and I went shopping and they have like 70% off Coach bags, which usually are expensive purses, but 70% off makes it almost like the price of a normal purse. Yeah. So you can get really good deals.
Nice. Yeah. Do you think that the way, for example, we used to shop, if you compare it to now, do you think there is any change?
Oh, yeah. I think people are too into shop. I mean, I think it's increased, like consumerism, consumption. I think people are a lot more into shop, like having things and just keep on buying and keep on buying. So I think people are more addicted to spending money and just having things. And of course, there's an impact of that. So they call like cheaper clothes, because in the past, like, you know, you buy something and you really need it and you keep it for years and years and years. Yeah. But now it's kind of, you buy something, maybe keep it for a year or two, and then I don't wear this anymore. I'm done. And they call it throwaway fashion. Or fast fashion. Yeah, fast fashion. So yeah. I think there's this push from advertising that you have to only dress in new things. Yeah. You can't go out of style. Yeah. What about you?
My mom always tells me that it was not the same for them. Yeah. I mean, she always sees me buying stuff. For her, it's like, oh, it's too much. Yeah. Because things are, I mean, used to be different. They didn't need that much of clothes. They didn't need that much of makeup. So it was like reasonable, I guess, if you compare it to now. And also they didn't have this variety and this a lot of choices, as we said, malls, boutiques. They had the souk. Yeah. And I remember when I was a kid, when my mom used to take me to shop, for example, before school or for Eid, because for us it was like either before school or for Eid.
That's when you buy things. Yes. Clothes.
Yeah, to be honest. Yeah. No, yeah, there was like 3 occasions per year. Yeah. So you get everything you need and that's it. You'll wait. Yeah. And we used to go to the souk. I mean, we don't go, I mean, we didn't go to boutiques, and I don't think we had that much of boutiques back then. I mean, I don't think so. Yeah. So it was mainly the souk. Yeah. No. And you know, getting the I mean, good deals. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, I mean, for me too, as a kid, it was usually like our clothes shopping was back to school. And like my parents were very like, okay, every year we'll buy you a new pair of like sports shoes, a new pair of like dress shoes, a new pair of sandals. Like, it's really just like, this is what we buy, and it was set. Yeah. And then maybe when I got a little older, there's more. And I had a job, or I had money for my parents as a teenager, I would go and buy. So it changed. Like when I had my own money and I could go to the store by myself, I felt the need that I should buy.
Yeah,
more.
Same thing for me. I mean, I didn't feel that when they were in charge, but I felt that when I'm in charge. Yeah. So I don't know if it's just a feeling. I think it's just a feeling.
The feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. So so as I said, the occasions for us is those 3, and then there is an occasion when like parents buy toys for kids, Ashura.
Okay, so that's the kid.
Yeah,
holiday.
Kids, and especially you get toys. You don't get like clothes or something.
So it's a nice.
Yeah. You buy, but you buy like toys.
That's nice.
Yes. Yeah. What do you think if we go to the online shopping?
Yeah. Okay. So you mentioned shopping local. How does that work?
Mainly, I see stuff on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. I mean, pages that I know, someone recommended, or ads, because now people pay a lot of stuff, a lot of money to advertise for their small businesses.
Okay.
So yeah, so either on Instagram, and then you go to the website and get what you need, and they deliver, and you pay when you're delivered.
It's a person who brings it to your house, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And you pay the person directly.
Yes. And there is also Shein.
Yeah.
The issue with Shein, it takes a lot of time. It does take a lot of time.
Yeah.
So I have actually an order I didn't receive yet, so I'm still waiting.
Yeah, I just put one in this week. So, yeah.
No, mine was, I think, from the start of the month.
Okay.
So it's nearly a month, and I didn't. It takes a long
A long time.
So yeah, it's either small businesses. From Instagram, or now also TikTok.
Okay.
And or Shein. And I feel like it's good also to shop from small businesses, because you're also encouraging and helping, and because they're Moroccan and they're just starting, so it's like good to also buy stuff from small businesses.
I agree. I rather because small business, more of the money goes directly to the person who's working. Yeah. Whereas like a large corporation like Shein, the workers aren't getting as much as the like CEOs or the
So that's why it's really important also to to help. Support locals. Businesses. What about you? How's the online experience?
Yeah, I like Shein. Basically, it's one of the most a few companies that you could have delivered to Morocco, like directly. I also, but in the US, of course, we have Amazon, which is like the huge one.
They don't deliver here, right?
No. Very few things like books, but just customs makes it really hard. It's expensive. But in the US, like, it's funny because Amazon, like back when I was living in the US, it was just starting out. So like 2005, it mostly sold used books. So if you had used books and you didn't need them anymore, you could sell them on Amazon. And so like when I was in graduate school, that's where I got a lot of my books, and it's much cheaper than the university store. But it's changed into like selling everything and being too much. Like it's just too much. And they are famous for not treating their employees well either. Yeah, they have a thing where they have like scream boxes for their employees. So while their employees work, if they get stressed, they can go in a box and like scream.
Wow.
Because it's so stressful. Because they handle so many orders. And then like the drivers who really don't have a time to stop. It's like just really stressful. So I used to shop them. I'm really trying not to shop them anymore. Like you said, support local, like go directly to the business and not go through Amazon. Yeah. But the sales in the US are so good. So you can buy from the company and you can usually find really good sales, like 50, 70% off with an extra 20% off. So sometimes when I go back home, I'll like look for sales. And so I'll like for a few months be looking for sales and then just find a good one and order a bunch, send it to my parents' house and then get it when I arrive. Yeah. So I do get good deals that way.
Yeah, good.
But after having said all of this, we should talk about the negative impact.
Of course, yeah.
And talking about the fast fashion, like there is so much waste from the fashion industry.
Yeah. And also waste of money also for people. And as we mentioned too, it's also not good for the environment. Yeah. Because if you don't, for example, you keep changing, it's where it's going to the environment. Yeah. So it does have a negative impact on the environment, of course.
A lot of clothes these days, either they're made with cotton, which takes a lot of water to produce, or they're made out of like synthetic, like plastics almost, and that's really bad for the environment when it's waste too. Yeah. So I personally know people who try not to buy used clothes clothes. So like my sister, she gets really anxious, like stressed about the environment and climate change. And so she's making an effort not to buy used clothes. So for example, recently she wanted a specific jacket from a specific brand, but she didn't want to buy it new. So she went on eBay, which is like Amazon, but people choose the price, they bid, and she got the jacket she wanted, and but used secondhand.
Yeah.
And she said she paid almost the same price as it would have been new. But she felt better because it wasn't new. So she felt like she wasn't hurting the environment. And people don't actually know this because, like you said, you can shop secondhand at the souk.
Yes.
In the U.S., there's a lot of secondhand opportunities for shopping too. They have what they call thrift stores, often run by a nonprofit association. And people just donate clothes and then they sell them, and the money is supposed to go to helping people. And you can find really good deals, like luxury brands. If no one caught them, you can find like really good deals.
Yeah.
And they also have consignment shops, which are pickier about the clothes they choose. So you can bring your good stuff in and they will buy it from you, and then you can buy from there very cheaply.
Yeah.
And then what I actually did when I was there, before I moved here, is I would have like a party with my friends, and we would bring all the clothes that we didn't want anymore, but were good, and we would just exchange them.
Oh, good. That's a good idea.
And we called them exchange parties, and they're really fun. And like if you have something that you like, and you wanted to go to a specific person, like if I had something and be like, oh, this is so Sarra.
Yeah.
I would bring it to the party and be like, I put this aside for you. So those are fun.
Yeah,
that was really nice. And it's good if you're all like the same heights and size.
Yeah.
Same style. But yeah, so I think people don't realize about the US is that we do have a culture of trying to help the environment and sustainability and secondhand. Is anything like that in Morocco?
Yes, there is. I mean, also, as I said, in the souk, you have a lot of stores which they sell secondhand materials, clothes. They have a lot of stuff. Okay. So it's common in Morocco, and I know a lot of people who decided to not buy new stuff, just use stuff, because as I said, it's you don't waste your money. I mean, you save money, you save the environment. So I think it's a win-win situation for people and the environment at the same time, because if we're going to follow the fast fashion, we'll end up with the disaster if we're talking about the environment. If it's going to continue like this, it's going to be very, very dangerous. So other than the souk, there are recently some also pages on Instagram. They do stuff. So they go to the souk or they go to the store and they pick stuff like they're in a good shape. So they actually clean them. They prepare them. And then expose them in their page. And then if you like something, you order it.
Okay, cool.
And then, so
that's nice.
Started because I've seen some pages and I've ordered also from some pages.
Cool.
And the quality was really good and the price was good, and I think they do the work for you, going and looking and finding stuff and actually cleaning them and all that. So they do all of that for you. So the price has the price of the
secondhand.
Plus the work they did. Because they did work.
They spent time.
So I think also this one is a really good idea, and it helps the environment, and also it helps people to save money and be, cautious.
And I think maybe it helps you appreciate clothes, like maybe once you get used to like looking at good quality, good condition secondhand clothes, you might feel a little differently about your own clothes. Like maybe I should keep this longer. Maybe like seeing that old things can still be not even old, but like things that have already been worn are still good.
Because also I think the society kind of puts this weight on people and mainly affect teenagers because they're still not really that stable. You need to look this way, you need to wear this, you need to change, you need you wore this 4 times, okay, it's done,
you've worn it.
So I think also the society has this weight on us, and we always need to look good, we need to look fancy, we need to have this and this,
the newest style,
and and you follow the collection, there's a new collection, this is so old, so it's too much, and I feel sometimes I also get affected, but I keep reminding myself, listen, you need to be you need to use your mind, because this is not going to stop. If you're following collection, you're following the trend, it's not going to stop. So but I do feel sorry for teenagers and girls, and because now of social media, TikTok and stuff, it's
really all the time, like an unboxing and like
I'm gonna show you
it's too much. I think one advice I try to follow, I'm not always good at it, is avoiding trends. So if there's something really trendy, try not to buy it, because it's going to look old fast. Rather than something classic. Like if you get something that's like simpler, and isn't like just at the moment, you could wear it longer without looking out of style. Does that make sense?
Yes. And I also don't like to wear something that a lot of people are wearing. So we are all the same, because we're not the same. So do we have to be the same if like clothes, we're different, so we'll get dressed up differently. So we don't have to follow a trend or a collection or something. So that's how I see it. I personally don't follow trends, so I wear what I feel I'm comfortable in, and like fits my body and all that. So I don't really follow the trends.
The at the moment style.
So that's also, I mean, people can keep this in mind, that you don't have to do what other people are doing or wear what other people are wearing. Wear what you like and what makes you feel comfortable,
and you can even like look cool having your own look.
Yes, and your own style.
I think vintage is really cool. I follow one girl on TikTok, and she's really into vintage. She doesn't wear like modern stuff, and she styles them in different ways, and it's really, really beautiful. And she is different, and it looks really nice. She doesn't really, she's not copying anyone. It's like her own style, and it's really good. Is she Moroccan? That's a good. That's a good
and people are following her, and they get like tips from her, like styling wise and all that. I find that really interesting.
I think that's really that's refreshing. I think it'd be even nicer to be a leader instead of a follower. If you have the sense. There's also now something that my sister said she was trying to do called a capsule wardrobe. And it's like you get all your clothes down just to 50 pieces, which it sounds like a lot, but it's really not that much. So like all your clothes should you should have 50 items. And they kind of are basic colors, and then you learn how to style them so it looks like you have a lot more outfits, but you limit how many clothes. So it's like you could have like 2 scarves, and then you wear them different ways, and like a jacket and a shirt that goes under or over. So you just mix these 50 items, and they're supposed to like go together, and so it looks like you have more clothes, but you really just have like
a few
50 basic, like I don't know the details, but that to me sounds interesting. I don't know if I could do it, but I think it'd be nice to kind of limit what you have and play with what you have, and just like use a few things to like accessories, like a scarf or and wear it different ways. And so just saying, this shirt goes with these pants, this jacket goes with this shirt and these pants, and not mixing them. So I think, so it's, these they're called capsule wardrobes.
Yeah, and I also know some people who are like minimalist. So they have this lifestyle. So it's not only about like outfits and stuff. So even their house, it's really simple. Furniture, simple. What they wear, simple. Everything is like the important.
It's like the influencer Marie Kondo in the US. Did you hear about? She's been around a few years, but she was like all about declutter. Like get rid of things. She's the one who's like, if it doesn't bring you joy, get rid of it. So like it's this idea of just like, simplifying your life, limit your possessions. And I think it's a good philosophy.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard. It looks easy, but it's hard.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add in? Because I think we talked about.
I should probably take some of my advice and shop less though.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm good in talking, but I need to actually
walk the walk. Me too.
Yeah, so I need really to apply the advice. I mean, I can do it. I can do it for a while, but then
it comes back.
Especially if like there's so much stress and there's so much going on, and you take it as like a de-stress strategy.
Yeah,
it's not a good strategy.
No, because later you just have more stuff.
Yeah. So, and sometimes I feel like, oh, I might need help in this department. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I guess so. I guess sometimes I feel that.
Don't stress about this now.
Yeah. So I guess we talked about different aspects of shopping. We talked about online shopping, secondhand shopping.
Real life shopping.
Real life shopping. The souk here in Morocco and boutiques and malls. So I guess,
Okay. So we'll talk to you guys later.
And see you soon, inshallah. See you.
Bye.